Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Good, very good, thank you. Very
Good. Any injury updates, please?
Yeah, we need to assess today some players that maybe can be involved tomorrow on the game. But yes, happy because I think it's true that this on the last week, and we are going to be in the last week of the season, and nearly all the players will be fit, no, to be available. Good point. No, but good then to see the future, being more optimistic.
Yeah, I mean, probably around 5 or 6 still out, but all season it's been double figures, 10, 11, 12. How ironic.
Yes, I'm 14 against
Yeah,
Tottenham. Was amazing.
So how ironic is that? How disappointing is that?
Yeah, so disappointed because I think when you arrive to a new club, a new project, always you want to work with all the whole squad and to have all fit and to create a very good dynamic about to compete in them and to increase the level and improve every single day. That wasn't possible this season, but we need to assess why. We need to do better. We need to improve in all the areas. Like in football, you cannot stop thinking in a different way. And I think yes, it's a good challenge for the next season. To start the season and have or increase the percentage of the ability of the player.
One of the players who may be available for Saturday night football is Reece James.
Yes, we need today to see, but maybe he can be available to be on the squad. Yes.
And obviously a good week for Cole Palmer. He swept the board at your own club awards and is on the short list for the Premier League Player and Young Player of the Year award. Do you think he should win it?
We'll see. I think what he achieved is massive. For me, already is a winner, even if he on the end will not take the trophy. But I think for me it's a winner because I think the level that he reached is amazing for us, it's amazing for the club, for the teammate, and for himself. And now we'll see what happens. But I think the season he's doing is fantastic.
Spring has sprung, the weather's really nice, your injury list is down, if a bit too late to really have much effect this season.
Yeah, maybe the player want to go to holidays and not to stay here working.
Maybe that's the reason. Do you sense a spring?
For sure someone singing in this way, sure.
Do you sense a spring in the step though out there, given the recent results as well? Do you sense a kind of a good vibe, a good atmosphere?
Yes, the atmosphere is good always. During the whole season was good atmosphere on the training here on the training ground. I cannot say that was in another way. I need to be fair. It's true that some good results on the last few weeks I think increase our belief and of course when you won games always is different. And the performance is good also, and with the circus and like 12, 14 players out, always that give more value to the performance and to the victories. Yes, I think the team is ready to face the last 3 games. I think it's important for us. The important objective is to try to be in Europe. And of course, we are focusing the next game, that is tomorrow, Nottingham Forest, the first step in the last week.
You mentioned Europe there. That is a big aim, a big priority. Is it? You don't think that next season, if it's one of the lesser European competitions, which it would be, you'd be better off carrying on with the project out of Europe next season?
Always achieve something like this is important for any single club. And after all the circumstances and the reality that we were living in this season, I think. It's an objective that is there. It's true that it's going to be hard to get, but the most important now is to think to repeat our performance the last few weeks against Nottingham Forest and not to think too much. It's only to repeat and replicate the same way to play, the approach of the game, being focused. And of course, we know very well that in case to win games, the last three games, we will have the possibility to move to a place that can allow us to play in Europe next season.
Those last two and a half performances you refer to.
2.5.
Who said this? Who said this, Mauricio? Who said it was beautiful football, fluid football?
2.5.
Proof that the project is coming together.
Yes, that is the how damage, the result. No, we are thinking on only in result, of course, second half of Aston Villa, but I think in the whole season performance sometimes were better than the performance the second half of the Tottenham game or the Aston Villa, but we were not clinical enough, or we were not in the moment that we now we are living with the confidence and maybe not the experience, to deal with situations. That is why we didn't win games in the first 10 games. I think we deserve much more, and it's maybe we play a very good football, but we didn't win. And that is, football is about result, how change the feelings and the view. After, I think, the victory on Tottenham, the 1-4, I think if you see the performance of the team, about not only performance, is not about result. I think we are in the top 5, or the team that get more point or got more point. No more point, but we are in the top 5 if we start to count after but we are, I think the first 10 game we were punished for the lack of capacity to score goals, and because we didn't concede too much, but we didn't score. If we analyze the whole performance, I think the team know very well how we need to play, the philosophy and the understanding about the game that we want to apply is easy to see and recognize the style. Only thing that when you win games or you are in a different circumstance, that is emotional, and when the emotions are good, you can see the things in different way. Today is a sunny day, is good the day, and then you have some good news, all looks more better. But when our responsibility is to see what happened in the past, and I think explaining so quick, people that understand football for sure understand that the situation wasn't the ideal situation. But now we are happy because to finish strong, that is the most important thing. Because last season, if you remember, was difficult to have good result on Stamford Bridge, and now we always is contagious for the next season. If we finish strong, the season, being very good on Stamford Bridge, and the record is fantastic in the last 8, 9 games, 10 games, I don't know. But I think that always you can project, the next season to keep the same, energy and performance.
I want to come back, and now I'm supposed to finish. I want to come back because those quotes, beautiful football, fluid football, project coming together, they were Todd's quotes this week.
Yes.
That must be music to your ears.
Sorry?
That must be music to your ears. It must be nice to hear.
No, I think he described the reality, and yes, I think always thought it was very, very good with us. Even when it was the tough moment, always was very positive through the message and through the, in a private way. But being public now, and if the owner is happy, I think it's much better. We work for the club, for the fans, for the player, but for the owners also.
Thank you. Soraya, PLP.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We've seen Cucurella's performances recently blossom. Going forward, are you looking long term to set the team up to be able to invert from their fullbacks on the left side? I know I said you're laughing again, my tactics.
No, but I like.
So we have Cucurella, we have Chile, we have Reece, we have Gusto. Are they able to play that role that he's playing right now?
I think it's always momentum of the team, the characteristics of the player. I think with inverted fullback or not, I think playing with the fullback in a different position, higher in the pocket, in the half space, or different. I think that what we find is a group of players, that feel really well, and I think the team is feeling well, and I think it's not about the names that they're going to be on the pitch. I think when you start to evolve and step up and start to realize that and start to work in the priorities, I think every single after propose or possibility to try to do in the pitch in a different tactical work, I think always is a thing that is going to be positive. I think what we saw that this type of situation can help in different way because we miss some player, in that position or to cope with the lack of fullback in the right side because Malo and Reece, and then to compensate. That is always about our creativity, like coaching staff, like all coaching staff, to try to design the best strategies to help the team to achieve what we want. It's true that being fair, all this type of situation that you want to apply on the pitch, you need the right attitude, the good balance, the profile of the player, the characteristics, things like this. When all is there, after you can try everything, and for sure it's going to work. Without this, without right attitude, right approach, good legs, to have leg, physicality, technically, profile, it's always difficult to apply tactics and then wait that work well.
And you also spoke about having patience for the team to actually be ready and disciplined to implement the tactics that you guys have. We've seen development with like Noni, Caicedo, they've made strides. As we come to the end of the season, I wanted to know, in your opinion, what do you think has been the biggest development individually or overall in the squad, on or off the pitch?
It's too many things. I think first realize that you are in Chelsea and the demand of Chelsea is completely different than another club. In general, players that arrive are potential amazing player. Potential means that we're talking in future, not in the past or in present. And also to adapt, to the competition, for many foreign players that arrive from outside also. And then is to deal, that your reality change, when I arrive here for all the reasons that we already know, and then to build a team that they can, behave like a team. It's not is to put 10 people in this room and expect that they are all friends. I think with the time, with the patience, start to link and to bond and to create this complicity that is so important after to translate to the pitch.
And you're known for your great man management, and this season a lot of the injured players have come out and said you've been so supportive, so helpful, a great leader. How have you found managing so many players that aren't on the pitch, aren't playing football?
I think that you have or you don't have. I think it's about the quality, how you are like a person and your characteristic and your personality. I think we are a coaching staff that are very supportive and try to understand. And at the same time, we are tough people because we always try to help and to push them to achieve the best level. And not always is a nice journey, together. But yes, I think through our experience and our, of course, quality like a coaching staff, we try, to design for every single player because every single player is different and deal or suffer in a different way when you are injured. Is try to personalize the way to talk, the way to approach, the way to communicate, the way to to help with different strategies.
Thank you.
So much.
You're welcome.
Alex, BBC.
Hi Mauricio.
Hi, hello.
Reece James coming back is obviously a big boost for you to have your captain back around the squad, but what can you expect from him in the last 3 games? Is it important not to put too much pressure on him?
No, the most important thing that is going to be there with us, and always to have your captain is massive boost for any team. And then because we have an amazing relationship and of course he's an amazing player. I know it's not easy always when you come from a long-term, long time injured. The most important is that he can be available and can be part of the squad. And then if he can play 5, 10, 15, 20 or half an hour, I think it's going to be amazing. But of course, unlucky is only the last week, and we have 3 games, no. But it's important. It's important to finish with good feelings, and for him, it's going to be amazing to be involved.
And just to follow up on the questions about Todd's comments, do you know when you'll sit down with him at the end of the season yet?
Sorry?
Do you know when you will sit down with the owners and Todd at the end of the season?
No, and the way that we work is to sit with the sporting director. We already are working, planning already is planned, the pre-season tour, start the pre-season here. I think we are working to try to work for the. We had some meetings, and yes, we are working with the responsibility to organize all the season for the next season, to all the plan and of course working in the future.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
We've got time for one more. Simon, Athletic.
Mauricio, so given what Todd said, given what you're saying about planning for next season,
But in Paris we were planning also.
yeah,
We were very professional, and then you remember the rest will after. Let's read that we work in Southampton. It was a technical director. Always he said to me, "Be professional until to the end. Be professional." And always it's in my mind, no, being professional. You need to work like you are going to be here for a long time.
you've almost headed me off at the pass then, because I was going to ask, is this a sign that we can read into next season that you'll still be here?
Look, it's not important. The most important is to keep going working if we are all happy. Not only the owners happy with us, or the sporting director with us, or us with all the organization that the club is building here, because of then we are all under assessment. If we are happy, perfect. But it's not only if the owners are happy or the sporting director are happy. We are happy. You need to ask also, because maybe we say, look, maybe we are not happy, and then we assess the situation, and maybe we are not happy and we need to split. But it's not going to be the first time that the coaching staff decide on the end of the season not to keep going. But understand that always is in the opposite way. That always is the owners or the sporting director.
It's not just up to Chelsea, it's also your decision about whether you continue. Is what you're saying?
No, I say they can say tomorrow, until here we arrive, or maybe tomorrow I can say, look, I want to leave. It's two parts that they can take a decision. It's not only because Chelsea is not happy, or the owner are not happy, or the sporting director. Maybe we are not happy because we arrive here for some job to do, but on the end it's not happening what we expect, and maybe we are not happy. I don't say that I am not happy, but it's always is like in one side. In another side, maybe say, okay, maybe until here, and we split. It's not a problem. It's not going to be the end of the world.